Hello FM brothers and sisters, welcome to FM 2020, a new episode of I Rate Your Teams. In this video we are going to check Joe Guerrich and his Glasgow Rangers. Also we are going to check Jack Alfao and his Wolves. I mean, if you want me to check your teams and tactics, then you should send picture of your first team and tactic that you are using in our Facebook group or on our Twitter. So you can expect that your tactic and your team will be analyzed in some of the next videos. Now let's see Joe Guerrich and his Glasgow Rangers. Okay guys, so I have used InGame Editor and made the same team and tactic that Joe Guerrich is using in his Glasgow Rangers save. And I must admit that this is really interesting team. I like really most of these players. They're very young with really high potential. And I'm sure that they're much better right now in your save because you are 3 years into the future, as I understood. Okay, let's speak about the formation and tactic that you are using. You're saying that your striker is not scoring enough, and I see many problems. Simply you're trying to play some possession football, work ball into box, play out of defense, and I see big gap between your striker and your midfielders. Simply if you want your striker to score more goals, then you need to do many changes. For example, I would move advanced playmaker up there, closer to your complete forward. Then I would change segundo volante to box midfielder, and I'm sure in that formation your striker would have much more passes up. Also, maybe it's not bad idea to change one of inside forwards to winger. I see some other things like you are playing with a half back who is coming down between your central defenders. You have advanced playmaker who is going up, same thing from segundo volante, he's attacking duty, so he's also running an opponent box. And then you have like 3 central defenders, and you have a big gap between defense and attack. So first thing, if you want to use the same formation, then first thing that you need to do is to change half back to defensive midfielder, maybe support or defensive duty. Then he's going to connect your defense and more attacking players. Also, I see that you're playing with the full-backs, attacking duties, inside forwards, support duties, they're cutting side, full-backs are coming up. That's just fine. Okay, now let's speak about the players that you're using. I see young player, that's Kyle George, Brazilian poacher, and probably you retrain him and you're using him as a complete forward. I mean, he's very young in my save in here because you're 3 years into the future, and I'm sure that he's much better right now. Then Kent, I really like him for this role inside forward, very fast, nice dribbling, nice crossing. He's the right player for this position and this role. Then I see Xadax, Portuguese wunderkid. He's a really interesting player, and I like him for the other position of inside forward on the right side. You have Sergio Gomez, advanced playmaker, very young Spanish player. Also, he's already a great player, and I can imagine how good is he after 2-3 years of playing and with some good trainings. Dan McCrory, I'm not sure that he is great for this role, and I think that you should try to find a little bit better player for this position. Also, I see a couple of other players, very young players, like Aaron Hickey, Scottish complete wing back, also very interesting player. On the goal, I see Anderson, English sweeper keeper, interesting goalkeeper. I mean, for Rangers, all these players are really good. And at the end, I will rate your tactic with a 6 from 10. I mean, I see many issues in your tactic, but I really like your team. This is a really great team for Glasgow Rangers, so I would give a strong 9 to your team. And this is Jack Alfao's team and tactic that he's using in his Wolves save. A really good team. I mean, maybe for Premier League, this is not enough for some big success. I see that you are using ball-winning midfielder, advanced playmaker, and deep-lying playmaker. I would make one change there. I mean, I would change ball-winning midfielder to box midfielder, because you have 2 players, they're creating advanced playmaker and deep-lying playmaker. They're going to create a lot, and maybe here you need a player who's going to run up and down, and that's box-to-box midfielder. Also, I would do another change. Maybe it's not bad idea to change wing back on the right side two inverted wing back. Then you have winger running up, staying wide. You have box-to-box midfielder running in opponent box, and you have inverted wing back who stays narrow and giving through balls for these three players. So it's not bad idea to use inverted wing back on the right side. The other things are just fine. You have wing back attacking duty, inside forward in front of him, so he's leaving space for your wing back. Advanced forward is there, so yeah, you have winger. I mean, everything else is just fine. Now let's speak about the players. I see one problem. I mean, you are using Bonaventura as a ball-winning midfielder. Simply, he's not born for this position. Check his marking and tackling. This is really bad decision. He's a very good player, but I would use him as a winger or something else. Then I see Traore on the right side, great speed, the fastest player in FM 2020, and I really like fast players. I mean, I would use him because I like fast players, but his technical and mental attributes are really poor. On the left side, you have Diogo Jota. Okay, he's just fine, nice speed, nice dribbling, nice technical attributes. And I see one very interesting striker, that's Hudson Edouard. Fantastic advanced forward. Check his finishing composure, a really nice movement, also really good physical attributes. So this is really fantastic striker. I would not change him, that's for sure. Then we have Rafinha as advanced playmaker. And that's another good buying. I mean, he's born for this role, and he has really fantastic passing skills. Then I see Ruben Neves, another great player, another player with fantastic passing skills. So maybe it's not a bad idea to play some positive, some possession football. You have some really interesting players with some nice passing in the middle. Only change that you need to do if you want to play possession football, maybe Traore, because he has really poor technical attributes. Okay, on the left side you have John as a full back. He's nothing special, but he's okay. On the right side we have Matt. Also nothing special, but okay, full-back, wing-back, and two central defenders, ball-playing defenders. That's Christian Cabasele, Belgian player. Nice physical attributes, not bad technical attributes. He can play as a ball-playing defender, and you have Willy Bolly, also nice physical attributes. So your central defenders are not slow, and that's okay. That means that you can play with a high defensive line. On the goal you have FM legend Rui Patricio. Yeah, I would not sell him, and I would not change him for anything. Yeah, really fantastic goalkeeper. And at the end I can say that your tactic is not perfect, but it's not bad at all. So I would rate your tactic with 7 from 10. Team rating also 7 from 10, because you have really interesting team, but in my opinion this is not strong enough for Premier League and for winning title. Anyway guys, this was my 3rd episode of I'll Rate Your Teams. If you like this kind of videos, then don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe. See you and bye bye.